Apple.
You blew it. Capiche?
Skip it up and that up. So yesterday, Apple had their iPhone 12 event, and I actually, as a person who owns Android devices right now, I do have an iPhone as well. I have an iPhone SE, the new one, the 2021. It was fine. I knew they weren't going to have the 120 hertz panel. What I hear is that the panel that's going to be on the iPhone 12 line is capable of 120 hertz, at least the Pro ones. They couldn't get the display driver to handle the refresh rate, so they were like, it's going to be 60 hertz. And look, that's fine. But the phones themselves seem pretty cool. I like the iPhone 12 mini, and I love the list of features that come with the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max. All of the iPhone 12s will have 5G. They did some crazy technology now with the glass where they have ceramic built into it, so it's more durable than ever. We've heard that from Apple before. I'm sure that Jerry Rig Everything will put that to the test, but cool. Okay. More durable phone. Still going to put a case on it if I get one, but nice. Super Retina XDR display. All of the iPhones now have OLED. They got away from LCD. Finally, thank God. They're going to have the insanely fast A14 Bionic chip. Even if you have an A12 Bionic chip in your iPhone, it's going to be plenty fast enough. Apple's chips are absolute monsters, and they crush anyone else in the industry. The Pro camera system is really interesting, especially on the Pro and Pro Max, the iPhone 12s. The Pro Max camera has 87% better low light performance than the previous iPhone. It now has a LiDAR scanner for depth match technology, and the iPhone 12 can play back and record in 10-bit HDR footage with Dolby Vision. What? That's just nuts. That's such like a pro. I could picture like LG doing that with one of their V-line phones. I thought they would have been like the first to do something crazy like that, but here's Apple doing that. And they brought back MagSafe, something that everyone actually wanted on laptops because it basically prevented you from breaking your very expensive MacBook if someone tripped on the power cord as you were working, but they brought it to the iPhone. And you could put a magnetic wallet on the back. And it's actually cool because it makes it easier to charge wirelessly because they'll have magnetic wireless chargers that'll just snap onto the magnetic part and properly charge your phone. So nice. We're going to see a whole bunch of accessories for that. And look, I have a Galaxy Z Fold 2 here as someone instant messages me. And it has a 120 hertz screen. It's gorgeous. It's enjoyable, okay? I'm not taking away from the fact that having 120 hertz is cool, but I wouldn't buy a phone or not buy a phone based on the high refresh rate screen. When I go to my Google Pixel 4a, which Google sent me, I don't really like. I see the difference, and it's jarring for like 2 minutes. Then I get over it. So high refresh rate screens aren't that big of a deal to me. I can live without them, even on a flagship device. But the runner-up for the thing that bothered me the most was the notch. In a phone in 2020, a notch like that is everyone else has moved on from notches. Every single company has moved on from notches. I get Apple has the robust Face ID with a lot of tech in there, but they should have found, or at least, okay, I know the notch is slightly smaller. They should have found a way to make it very minimal. I would have almost rather have seen in a way kind of the weird, Apple would never do this, but where like on the Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL, it had that radar stuff in the top of it, and where it was a little bit of more of a chin on top of the phone, or a forehead, I guess you could say, but I know that would be sacrilegious to Apple. I don't know. The notch is dated. The rest of the industry has moved on from notches. It's time at this point, Apple. I like the fact that you went with that square 5S design. It looks beautiful on the new iPhone 12s, but that chin, I just feel like we're still stuck 3 or 4 years ago. Seriously. But the thing that bothers me the most is, okay, we heard rumors they're going to be getting rid of the chargers. They're actually not going to give you a charger with your new iPhone. the phone that you're spending either from $700 on up to over $1,000. That's fine. Okay, cool. No charger. It is what it is. Not happy about it. I think it's a fail, but fine. So they're like, but don't worry, we'll give you a cord, and the reason we're getting rid of the chargers is because they cause so much pollution to make them. It's good for the environment. Great, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure the investors are thinking, oh, we'll save a couple pennies behind the scenes. We'll save a couple bucks here to make more profit for us with the new iPhones because 5G is more expensive tech to put in the phones. So we're losing more money on these phones, and we want to make it back somehow. Don't give them chargers. Fine, though. Don't give us chargers. Say it's good for the environment. I believe it does help the environment. I believe it. But here is the thing. Most of the bricks that you have laying around, of course, I don't have an example in front of me, have USB-A on them. So if you have a brick, you're probably thinking, all right, great. I even have fast charging USB-A bricks that I could use to charge up my iPhone quickly. I'm good to go. Guess what cable they're giving you in the box? They're giving you a USB-C to Lightning cable. Because nobody, most people, I do because I'm a nerd, but most people don't have a USB-C charging brick laying around. So now they're going to have to go out and buy a new brick, whereas if they included a USB-A, getting confused saying that, USB-A to Lightning port cable, people will be able to charge their phones, no problem. Why you got to blow it, Apple? What are you doing? And here are what people on Twitter are having to say about this, and I totally agree with them. Apple, we removed the headphones and charger from iPhone 12 box because you all have them. Also, Apple, by the way, we're switching to USB-C Lightning cables whose chargers we didn't ship with previous iPhones, but the environment! Another person writes, we're making a positive environmental impact. There are 2 billion USB-A bricks out there, so we are removing the brick from the box. Instead, we'll include a new USB-C cable in the box so you cannot use your perfectly usable USB-A brick. iPhone 12. So Apple, okay, you're doing this for the trees, you're doing this for the environment. Fine. Credit to you there if it's truthful. I question it. But if you are really concerned about the environment, because here's the thing that's going to happen. A crap ton of people now are going to have to go out and buy a USB-C charging brick. So how much are you saving the environment? If you were really concerned about the environment, you would have done one of 2 things. God forbid, I know profit margins, you wouldn't do this first one. You would have included a USB-A to Lightning port cable and a USB-C to Lightning port cable. That's what you would have done. Then I know you could have fitted in the same packaging some way, somehow. Good for the environment, and you give people options. Now, it just seems like you were full of crap and you were making an excuse for people to go out and spend more money. You know, a good chunk of people don't have a USB-C charger. So now they're going to have to go to an Apple store or go to Best Buy and put money in your pocket, in your third-party company's pockets like Belkin, and buy a charger anyway. So what's the point? They're going to have to buy the charger anyway. What benefit is it to the environment if they have to go out to Best Buy or an Apple store or wherever, Target, and buy a charger? There's none. It's just a way to increase your profits. What it really was about was the 5G tech in the phones made them more expensive, decreasing profit margins, so the investors wanted to find a way to increase profit margins by getting rid of the charger. It's just common sense. It's not a conspiracy. I know it's speculation. I don't know what happened behind the scenes at the meetings at Apple, but where is it beneficial to the environment if people have to go out and buy a whole bunch of plastic bricks anyway because they don't have the plastic bricks at home that work with the cable you gave them for the iPhone 12? I'm not an idiot, Apple, and the vast majority of your consumer base isn't either. So come on, man. You're putting the wool over no one's eyes. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Hey, if you enjoy my content, consider becoming a Review Tech USA member. I'll have a link below in the description. I live stream now on this channel all the time, and it gives you access to cool emoticons to use as well while I live stream. Again, link below in the description. Thank you for your continued support.